Hello everyone, it's Jojo with Jojo Crosses here playing some ACNH, Animal Crossing, New Horizons on the Pinwheel Island. And I'm barely starting out, okay? So I'm standing over here at my airport. I was trying to figure out which little section I wanted to start with. Each villager will have a pinwheel section. This one and the two next to it to the right are the smallest sections. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm thinking I might make this section like a nice big white section. And then we're gonna go over here and make this one brown, and then this one over here will be black. And kind of the reason why I want to do that is, first of all, there's no brown flowers, so I thought the smaller area of it would be better for that, so I wouldn't have to worry too much about that particular problem. And also just because, you know, it could like spiral from white, brown, black, and then kind of go into the different colors of the rainbow and make like a pinwheel that way. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But for right now, I was gonna start at the entrance and then kind of just work our way to the right. So this right here is our entrance here. I have some codes that I downloaded and things like that that I want to use, and I also have some items that I have in storage that I have collected for this, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it. First of all, I want it to be kind of a grand entrance. I also kind of want to signify that it is a rainbow island, and I really love the new 3.0 little lanterns, you know. So I think I'm gonna put a couple of those here. They are rainbow, and they're not gonna be just white, but I think for the entrance it'll be okay. I do want to put down a code here, and this is going to be just a, and here's all my codes, by the way. I've just downloaded like a bunch of different codes, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and put down this little lace rug because it's super cute. And I've always loved that in games, so I really think it's lovely. My white villager is Diana, and she is not on the island yet. So, I actually think I'm going to go ahead and go buy a plot and put Diana in. Okay, so she is welcoming in Diana, so it looks like she did move in right on the next day. But here's her little house. It is perfect with the white. I will probably change the roof at some point. I need to do HHP, so she'll be a pinwheelian. Yes, I did want to see you right away. Thank you, Diana. Okay, let me go ahead and put on my handy dandy helmet, and I'm gonna throw in a few like circles and things in here with the in-game pathing. Okay, I'm not convinced I love this as much, but we're gonna see how it turns out. Let me just see what we're doing here. Okay, so actually, maybe I want to do that on this side. Actually, oh no! Why? Why do they always have to kick it? How dare! Okay. Dang it. Okay, let me put a flower here first. This is what we want to do. So let's put a flower. And then let's put this. And then let's put one of these guys because, yeah, because that will be cute when it blooms, you know? All right, and then in here, I think I'll put a flower. Let's put a lily. All right, and then do I not? I maybe don't want this because I kind of want them to be matchy a little bit. I just don't need the bush. We can put a bush like over here maybe. Let me see. I could put two fences. Let's see, like this. Make it look a little off kilter. It's not bad. All right, and then I also wanted to, oh, you know what? I need to move it all back because my whole idea was to put that party light situation up here, and yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that with the way it is right now. So let me pull these up and we'll move it back just one or two here. I believe I have the party arches in here. New, yes, the colorful lantern arch. I'm gonna try that and see. It's very tall. We've all kind of figured out, but it's really cute. So let's plop that in here. Ah, yes. I just think it's cute to have the rainbow, like to show that, you know, you're entering into the rainbow area, even though this is all the white part of it right here, but I kind of just like that. So anyways, okay, let me put in another flower here. We could do a tulip on this side. And then let's go ahead and I need one more other flower. So let's do this plant. Okay, perfect. Oh, is that perfect? Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's good. And let's put one more fencing over here because I kind of wanted to have like a double on one side or the other. Let's see, we'll do the double on that side. I think that will look good. Perfecto. Okay, and then I think we're gonna do something similar over here with her yard. So I think I'm gonna put like a little bit of fencing over here, and then let's plant like a little flower in front of it just to add a little something here, and then I want to put a little bush right behind it just to, you know, touch on that a little bit. Let's do this one. Yeah, perfect. And then let's see, let's try doing a little more back here. Perfect. And then we'll do like a fence, a couple of fencings here, and then let's put a bush behind that. And I want to put a tree or two back here, right here. And then let's put a tree like right here. Oh my gosh. Let's put a hardwood tree over here. Let me see where I can get it to go. It's hard with the water and that there. Oh yay, that worked. Okay, let's do a large hardwood. And I want to plant one of these little saplings or a little nursery apple behind it. And here I'm going to go ahead and put down a smaller or a medium cedar. That's cutie. Okay, and then let's put this beside it here. Okay, I feel like another tree could go right here. So I want this to be a very natural, pretty island, you know. My goodness, being very picky you are. And then over here I think we'll put another cedar tree, but a bigger one. Let's see. There we go. All right, I got a garden wagon out. I thought that would be really pretty over here. Let's throw that in on this side. Right, perfect. And let's put a lantern on top of that. And then same thing here. Let's put another one here. Perfect. And then I'm going to get out of that and put another garden lantern right here. Let's see. Yes, perfect. And I did grab some party light arches. Let's put one here. Plain party light arch. Right here. Let's go ahead and do that. So the wild bench I thought would look kind of cute just sitting over here, like somewhere for people to sit. So I do want to put like a little pattern down in front of it. So let me see if I can do that. I think that would be nice. And then we'll go ahead and put our log right here. Is that not going to even up with that? Let's see. Oh, it's not bad. Okay. That's cute. Always like a good little log bench moment, right? All right. Yeah, I think I can start filling in back here now. So I think I'm going to grab a tree and set some in here. I want to do all different sizes. I'd like to, you know, bring in a lot of nature to fill in, and maybe some of these fences. So we'll put one there, and we'll put one right there. All right, and then I've got to get some flowers. So we're gonna get a bunch of flowers in. I want all the little joining areas to have some flowers and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna spread them around. I also want to put this little ruined decorated pillar. They're so pretty. I love this design actually. And then we put in the plain party light here, but I thought the ruined arch might look kind of cool here, courtesy of help from my friends. And they had the ideas for these ruined pieces because I was, you know, not doing it, not even thinking about it. But they make a very good little accent piece here and there and add that white look that we need, you know, so it's very good. I'll put in some more trees all along. I'm trying to not block like their house and everything. But I definitely need to put my little nursery tree in here and make sure it doesn't grow up. Most of them I think I did do. I think I, you know, probably could have missed one or two. I don't know. We'll check it on the next day and make sure everything looks good. I'm just putting some bushes around, trying to make everything look a little more universal, and also, you know, just to bring the greenery in. I like how they're kind of just starting. I like that little, looks like little rosebuds or something. It's kind of cute. I'm gonna put a little flower in there. I want to put the Casablanca flowers up on top of here. Crispy had suggested that. I hadn't thought about it. And so they look really good on top, and also because, you know, they're white and they're pretty, so I think that's good. Looks classy, whoever ends up being in here. I think, you know, it's possible Diana could disappear from this island. I don't know. We're kind of having conversations about making it a rainbow squirrel island. So if that's the case, I do need to put a poll in, but if that's the case, then Diana will obviously be leaving our island. So, yeah, I'm just saying, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. I've had Diana before, briefly. I just haven't had her long enough to, like, really enjoy her, I don't think. I don't remember if I did, which is why I had her on my list, but it's all good. This looked a little blank back here. I saw all this open space, and, you know, how can I possibly let that happen? So I decided to pull this log out and put a party light back, plain party lights, and then, you know, I put the wild log back, and I'm like, oh, still looks pretty empty back there. So I need to revamp it and put some cute stuff in here. So, and some designs, you know, to kind of fill in the space back there. So we're gonna hop in the back and pull this log out again, hop in the back and get some designs and stuff put in there. Probably just going in from back here is the best route. But yeah, I definitely think it's a necessity. It's super cute. It's turning out really good. I was not sure how it was going to be with just the wedges and stuff, and they're definitely a lot bigger than I expected, but I think it will definitely turn out good, and hopefully kind of mesh together in the middle, like sort of like a little rainbow spiral area in the end. I also moved to the museum, so I need to do a little more terraforming over there by resident services. That's just a spoiler. That'll come on the next one, but I'll show you when it's all ready to go. So yeah, but I'm just barely working on that one right now. I barely started. So yeah, I love this little lacy rug, by the way. So cute. Okay, I realized this could use some flowers in here and stuff, so I went ahead and put some flowers. You can't put any real flowers underneath the plain light party arch, So you have to just put some designs, but either way, it kind of fills it in and makes it feel nice, you know. So went ahead and did that, and then moved that wild log bench back in. It definitely wasn't in the right place, so I have to pull it back, get over here, put this on here. It's a constant battle, right? But that works much better. I like that. Yes, right there. Perfect. All right, and then we just planted some more trees, some more nature, some more filler. I'm definitely not going to show you every single thing that I do. We'll definitely do a walkthrough at the end so you can see how this ends up. This actually took me quite a while. It was a couple of hours of work, but you're only seeing like the 30-minute version of it. So trying not to linger on too much where you all are like, what the heck? CJ, of course, had to be in the way over here. You could be on any part of this island, CJ, and you've chosen violence and you want to be right over here. That is what it is every time. Is it not? Is it not? I don't know. Anyway, I put this little mush partition. Wanted to have something under it, you know. So, but I went a little overboard. So, and then I wanted another ruined arch over here just to do some layering, but Sherb was getting in my way. I had to push him. And then I was able to get the arch in, but I couldn't push it. And look at him. He's just standing there. Like, get out of the way, Sherb. Get off my lawn. Okay, there he goes. Oh my gosh. Crazy boy. Anyways, I love him, but he's not staying either, unfortunately. I like him a lot. I've had him several times in the past, but now if we're going for squirrelies, either Filbert or Ione are going to be my blue. So it just depends on what we're feeling for that area. So I'm not sure at this point. Filbert is like one of my all-time favorites. I'd say he's like 4th of all my top 10 squirrels. So, and Ione is right in there, probably in the top 6. So definitely hard to choose between the two, and I'm trying to figure it out. But with the style of this island, I think I might go with Ione, actually. Just because I can make her a little moon area, and she's probably the only one I could make that work for at this point. So yeah, I think that's a good choice. Diana and Sherb are loving the area already. Threw a little mum cushion down here so they have some places to sit. Another couple of trees we're going to put in just in different spots, and you know, just to add some of that filler and greenery. I love using these fences in between. I think it adds a little dimension. It adds a little color. I don't know. It just looks nice. I put a little butterfly model over there, and then in this area I put another butterfly model on top of here. We went with either the common one or the paper kite because they're both like white based, basically. Yeah, and since this is my white little wedge of the pinwheel, we're trying to get as much white in here as possible. There's going to be a lot of greenery and stuff mixed into all the different acres, but I'm just considering that like trim or filler or whatever. It's not counting as part of the color. In the green area, you know, there's going to be a lot of green, because not only will we have a lot of green filler, all green items, you're not going to know what has hit you over there. Okay, we got our little mush item in the right place. I do love all the little mushy items. All right, we put our little apple tree back there to make sure it doesn't grow and be a big boy or girl. Got another tree in there, and then I'm gonna probably plant, you know, some bushes and flowers and stuff around it too. Actually, I think I'm gonna move that and put another one of the ruined pillars, broken ruined pillar in here, just so it kind of like complements that other one to the left. I think that's nice. We'll put another flower in front. We'll pop it in over here. And then, yeah, we have this little space to work with over here. And I think we're just going to use some more fencing and things like that to fill it in. Flowers, trees, bushes, things like that. So it's a really easy way to fill in spaces if you don't have ideas for items. And I definitely think that I could come up with some more things. But, you know, just saying, like, this is what we're doing right now and what's on my mind. But each acre, I'm sure, will trigger some new ideas. The one that I'm lacking in, that I'm really going to be like, what the heck, is the purple area. That one is very interesting. So yeah, we'll have to see, because there's not a lot of purple in this game. Not a lot of purple codes have been able to be found. It's just very hard to find purpley stuff. So we'll see how that turns out. But I am definitely liking how this is. Over here, where I have those leaves, we're gonna probably put a little picnic area. So after I'm done filling in some of this stuff, that is one of the next little projects we'll do. And yeah, so I think that will be good. All right, so let's throw in another little tree here, because we've got already some big ones, so I don't want it to be too big. Oops, it doesn't want to go in there. Let's go right here. There we go. All right, and then let's put some stuff in front of it to just, you know, give it a little extra something. Alright, we got some fencing going in. Yeah. Paper kite butterfly, no. We've already got a butterfly right here. So I'm just trying to see like where we need to add little touches. It's kind of like what I do is I kind of just keep going around in little circles, sort of, and looking at different spots and seeing what needs what, you know. And I'm no expert by any means. If you want an expert, there's a lot of other people out there that are better at this than I am, but it's how I make do, and how I think it looks nice enough, you know. But there are some much better islands than mine, so I don't pretend to think that I am any sort of an expert, but I have been playing this particular version of the game since it very first released in 2020, and yeah, so I feel like, although I'm not an expert, I definitely know a whole lot about the game and the functionality of it, and have kind of come to my own little style and all that jazz. So everybody kind of has their own style though, right? Like some people like to play very generically to where they're just using all the in-game stuff and no custom anything, and kind of just going with what they're given, which is cool. You know, like I love it when people do those islands. I call them normcore. I'm not sure that's really the best name for it, but I just feel like it's like the normal functions of the game are being used. You know what I mean? So they kind of go with like the things that the game gives them and, you know, blesses them with or whatever, like the RNG, as I've heard people say. And yeah, so but I love those kinds of islands. So it's fun, and I used to really love to play that way. Sherby, really? All right, we'll put another tree there, and then I did throw in another fence, and I put in my nursery apple tree just to make sure it doesn't grow up. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and put in my pattern where we're going to build a picnic. And because, you know, I can't make an island without a picnic, can I? I probably could. This island will probably have 100 picnics. They're very good ones for like, what do I do now? You know, that kind of thing. And I do like to layer all the rugs and stuff. Whoops. So it's kind of fun to have like the round one here because you can just throw it in under here. And yeah, it works. I plan on doing that with flowers as well. Like the purple, I have like a white and purple blanket, and then I have flowers that I can make look like they're coming out from under it, like it's sitting on a flower patch or something. And then these new little cat plushies, oh my gosh, so cute. I picked the white one. I don't feel like it looks super white in certain circumstances, but here it looks whiter than it did before. I had tried sticking it on one of those simple stools, like round fabric color covered one, and it made it look very gray. So you do kind of have to see how it looks in certain lights and certain areas, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's interesting. But in any case, then this is an area where it just needs a few little surrounding items to make it look cute, and you know, tie it with the rest of the island. We'll turn that so you can see the cute heart vines, because I love that. And then I just have to I have this big pine tree in my pocket, and I want to use that right back here to just fill it in a little more and give it a little more lush look to it. And yeah, just kind of get it nestled in there as well. Oh, I just wanted it over in one. I guess I can't. So let me push that back. I'm basically just putting it right back where it kind of was, but maybe a little more forward. Yeah, and then over here, definitely have this little mush parasol we can throw in. Can't have too many mush items. You really can't, but it looks cute over here. And then I'm going to use the new circle cushions, which came from the hotel. I really, really like those. Crispy is doing Neapolitan, and she found an M&M code to put on them, and it is so cute. I'm doing a yellow island and a food core, and I will probably do that on my yellow island as well, so that I have a bunch of yellow M&Ms around the island because it's super cute. Yeah, so anyway, I do love that. And then I went ahead and used the Burliner little donuts. They have white powdered sugar on the outside. I'm counting them. But a little brown or a different color here and there is also fine. I mean, obviously you can't have pure white everything. That would look really weird. This pine tree is so awkwardly, like, I don't know. The space that it fits in is hard. Okay, and then I did go ahead and put in some of the pathing of all the little, you know, just a little plank walkway to go in from the other areas, just for some filler, to be honest. I didn't know what to put in there, and I did want to kind of fill in the space for your eye. And then over here I did the same thing coming from the beach. I put a little walkway. I'm throwing out a little butterfly model over here. You can probably see it over the tree here. Yep. And then I did go ahead and download the diagonal ones. I started realizing I kind of would like to have some curve, and I can use it on the rest of the island. So just any little empty spaces, I'm going ahead and doing that. I think that's okay. But yeah, we've got a couple of spaces open. I think now I'm pretty full. I don't think I have more than maybe one other one. So we're making good use of all the patterns and stuff on this game, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I put some more of that pattern over here just to utilize it. And yeah, but I do think it's really cute and turning out really well, and it's a lot of fun. I did look at this rainbow lantern set arch over in the front, and you'll see at the end I decided I don't really love it, so I'm going to take it out and put in just a plain party light arch. I feel like it just makes it look a little too heavy and bogged down or something up there, and I wanted it to look a little more light and airy, because this is the white area of the island, and I feel like that's kind of screaming for that. All right, and then on this side over here, oh my gosh, the 2 o'clock music. We will not be in here long, trust, but oh, every time I hear that music, I'm like, it's so whiny. I cannot with it. Anyway, let's stunt that tree, and then, oh yeah, no, it's terrible. It is terrible. Ugh. How many minutes are left in this hour? I don't even know. Yeah, it's like one of those things. Get out of my, audible audio, get out of there. I wish there was some times where you could just be like, don't play the 2 o'clock music. Just play. I would love if you could play beginning game music the whole time. Wouldn't that be pretty? I love it. It's my favorite anyway. It's so relaxing. Either that, or like if you could set it to a certain one, like the 5 a.m. music is amazing. I love that. I don't know. Just a thought. Nintendo. If you ever wanted to really make me super happy, that would be it. Oh God. It makes my brain like quiver with sadness when the song is on. It grates, you know, like that. It's like, yeah, someone said like a mosquito. Okay, we're done with this build. So there's the plain party lights that I decided to do instead of the colored ones. I figured we'll figure it out. And then when you come on in, you just see some of our little items and the designs and all that cute stuff. Head on up to Diana's house, which will probably end up being Marshall's house eventually. And then over here is the path that continues over to resident services. Super cute. And then we're gonna head back down here. There's also an alternative route, but yeah. So here's our little wild log bench moment over here, and a little walkway that heads on down this direction. And then we're gonna go back up and look over at our little picnic area. And then we'll be so done with this area, and our first color will be complete. And so 1 out of 10 is done. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving it a like and a subscribe, if you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate you. Thank you again, and I love y'all, and I will see you on the next video. You guys have a great day. All right, bye.